All right, cool. Hey, what's up?
What's the word?
How are you?
Straight.
So, so tell us a little bit about you. Like, where you from?
I'm from St. Louis.
So that's you still live out there, or you didn't move out yet?
Nah, I moved out to Atlanta.
Oh, so business is better in Atlanta, or?
Yeah, music-wise, yeah, sure. Cause all the artists, most of the artists that I was working with, they out here, or you know what I'm saying, they be in and out the city.
They said the music a little loud, though. I'm ready for an interview. Hit my DM in bed. So tell us all the artists that you worked with. We know you did AI Boy. We did
YoungBoy. I done worked with Quando Rondo.
Yeah, so that's
Kodak Black.
Kodak Black.
OJ the Juice Man. Moneybagg Yo. Whoa Vicky. Baby Joe. I'm saying, the list just goes on, really.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
So tell us about your tag name. Like, how'd you get the tag name? Like, where that came from?
Oh, really? Tag, like, my homeboys back in St. Louis, they was telling me, like, you need to come up with a name that's, like, can relate to, like, where you from. So that's where Louie came from. I'm from St. Louis.
Uh-huh.
And
so your name not Louie?
Huh? Nah.
Your name not Louie? Oh, wow.
Nah.
I thought it was. Okay.
Nah. And then Bandz just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got Bandz, you feel me? So that just made the name pop. And I had my homeboy record the tag, and he went in the booth, did the tag, and it just sounded perfect. So I just stuck with it.
Because you made another one, and then it's Justin made another one. So do y'all work together, or like?
Justin made another one?
Yeah, he got the.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Anybody that got another one in their name, I don't really know. Like, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I made that up a long time ago, and I feel like people heard it, and then they just used it for their name. But I could be wrong.
I feel like you was the first person I heard with it.
Yeah.
So, like, I watched one of your old videos, and you said you wanted to work with Lil Baby. Did you get a chance to work with him yet?
The Baby? Nah. Yeah. Nah, I got connects for him, but it's everything just ain't been put in the work yet, but it's coming for sure.
It's on the way. So NBA announced that 38 Baby 2 is coming out on Friday. You got something on that?
38 Baby 2?
Yeah.
Y'all just gonna have to just listen. You have to listen.
Not dropping no source.
Just tune in.
So, how important is it for you to have like a good relationship with the artists you work with?
I feel like that's one of the main things to have. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying, that kind of keeps consistency with you getting places with the artists. If you got a good relationship with them, you know what I'm saying, like, they gonna keep coming back for beats because they know, like, this producer knows my sound, this producer knows what I want. I ain't even gotta really tell them much. I can just tell them, call them up, be like, bro, send me a pack. Send a pack through, and they gonna get on it. And then outside, you know what I'm saying, the music, I feel like you should have a good relationship with them because you don't just want everything to be about business all the time.
Right. You know? You gotta have a vibe in the stool type shit.
Right, for sure.
So I was gonna say, what do you think is a common misconception people have about producers? Like, some say producers are antisocial, or some say, like, I don't know, producers be like focused when they on their bag. So, like, what do you think are some misconceptions about producers? If there's any that you could think of off the top.
I feel like it's a lot of misconceptions as far as that goes, though.
Yeah.
Producers, they're not really necessarily antisocial. Like, I don't really consider myself antisocial. Like, I'm a quiet person, but, like, when it's time for me to open up and talk, like, I'm going to do my part. I'm going to say what I need to say. But I feel like, really, you know what I'm saying, today, like, producers are really the stars. You know what I'm saying? We making artists, happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Artists wouldn't have a sound if it wasn't for the producers. That's how I look at it. Like, I feel like a producer kind of influenced the brand of an artist. Like, the Baby, for example, like, everybody, they not necessarily complaining, but they keep saying, like, man, all this man's music sound the same, but he sticks with the same producer. that Justin made it gave him that sound. You feel me? So that's how I look at it.
So you don't feel no way when, like, let's say your day one artists work with other producers. That doesn't bother you?
No, it don't bother me at all. Like, I mean, I want every artist that I work with to, you know what I'm saying, to work with other producers. That's all a part about, you know what I'm saying, making a new sound. Just like with me, like, I would hope that artists would want me to, you know what I'm saying, reach out to other artists and work with them, make a sound for them. Not necessarily the same sound, but
yeah, you know, get to try something new.
Yeah.
So how does that go? Because, like, you know, I feel like people, when you give them feedback on their music, they be real defensive. So, like, let's say you're in the studio and you're like, oh, you should change this up. Like, do you think it's a good way? Like, how do you go about approaching that situation? Like, how can I say that? You know?
About
like if y'all making a song and then you think that this person should change something, like, how would you go about, like, yo, bro, you should change this?
I mean, yeah, that's all about being a producer. It ain't really just making beats. It's about, you know what I'm saying, giving input on the song itself. Like, really, that's what producing is. You basically telling them, like, you know what I'm saying, you giving them, like, what you heard from your ear. Like, I feel like you need to change this. But most of the people that I work with, they don't really feel no type of way about it. They look at it like
you're trying to help.
They got an open ear. Like, if they hear something, or if I get them an idea, and they hear it and it makes sense, they gonna do it. Because they gonna be like, okay, this is Louie Bandz, like, you know what I'm saying, multi-platinum producer, you know what he's talking about. So they gonna do it regardless. But again, that's all about, again, having a relationship with them.
So, like, how do producers go about doing collabs? Like, y'all both cook up together? Or have you done a collab?
Yeah, I was just doing the collab a couple minutes ago before you had called. That's what it took me so long. But it really depends. Like, I got people that I'll be in the same room with, and we'll do something right then and there. And then, like, my team, like Double A, he can send me something. Mike Laurie, he'll send me something. I'll throw some drums on it or a melody, send it right back to him. Like, that's how that go. Like,
so, like, is it true that, like, people say that producers could, like, sign to a label, so you could only work with artists on that label? Like, is that true?
Say it again.
Like, can producers sign to a label?
A producer can sign to a label. That's very possible.
Would you do something like that, or are you into that?
I like being independent because, you know, I can move how I want to move, and, you know what I'm saying, I can move on my own time. But I mean, it is perks and benefits to being a producer, be signed to a label, because whatever artist is under that label,
yeah, they gotta work.
Yeah, they got, you know what I'm saying, they already got that doorway to them. So
yeah,
it's cool, but at the same time, I like being independent because, you know what I'm saying, no, a lot of people don't really know. Like, every placement, every artist I've been worked with, like, it's just been off of strength. Like, somebody in the team may know them, and then they'll set the play up. Like, I don't got no major label behind me. I don't got no big funding. Like,
so everything's organic, like,
yeah,
type shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, work from the ground up.
So where you get your inspiration from to, like, start making beats and stuff? You gotta be in the mood. You gotta hear some music.
Definitely gotta be in the mood. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest. Like, even doing, like, this whole little quarantine thing, like, it's just been days. Like, I just feel like everything is just a repeat. Like, I'm making beats, even though this was something that I've been doing since day one. Like, I make beats all day long, but it's like once it starts to get repetitive, it's like, man, I'm not even in the mood no more, because it's like, it kind of takes the fun out of it. So that's another thing with producers. I tell them, like, you gotta, even not just producers but artists too, like, you gotta find a balance. Like, yeah, it's cool to, you know what I'm saying, put work in, but at the same time, you can't just work all day long every day, because eventually, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna lose, you're gonna get frustrated, one, because you're probably gonna be making a hard song, but trying to make something hard and it's not coming out the right way. That's a sign right there. Like, you need to just take a break, chill, let your mind rest, come back to it.
Yeah, that is true. You definitely gotta have balance. When around, like, what year did, like, everything start picking up for you? Like, what was that big song that, like, made everything, you know, pick up, that platinum record or whatever?
Say that one more time.
What was that platinum record like? How was that like that transition when it started going crazy and everybody started hitting you up and shit?
Really, it started off with the record with Kodak Black and Lil Boosie Slade.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that was like 2016 or 15.
Yeah, yep. And everything as far as the production kind of kicked off from there for me.
From there, and then you worked with YoungBoy before that, though, right?
Nah, see, it was really Kodak first. Kodak came before YoungBoy.
Oh. You think you're gonna work with him again when he get out?
Would I work with Kodak again?
Yeah.
It's whatever. It's like,
whatever happens type shit.
I'm willing to work with, whatever happens. I'm sending off a pack to YoungBoy now because he just hit me.
So who? I know it's crazy now. So anyway, what's some of your favorite producers?
My favorite producers, where to start?
Like growing up, who's like inspiring to you? Who you was watching? Like who gave you ideas?
Growing up, one of my favorite producers was Dr. Dre, Mike Will, DJ Drama. A lot of them. It was really the drums that kind of inspired me. Like I started off making like tight beats inspired by them three specifically.
Did you always know you wanted to be a producer, or did you want to try being an artist? Or?
Really, that kind of came later along the road. Like, really, I knew I always want to do something with music, but I didn't think that it would take off like this. And a producer definitely wasn't like my number one thing to be. You know what I'm saying? Once I got older, it just started off as something that I was good at. I was doing it as a hobby because it was just fun to do. And I stuck to it because people was like, bro, you hard. So it kind of became more than just a hobby. And, you know what I'm saying, later on it became my career. So
you kind of got chosen for this type shit.
Yeah.
So, what's one thing every song must have for it to be solid? Like, this is a tip for all the producers out there.
For a song to be solid or a beat?
Yeah, a beat to be solid because y'all make the beat.
Yeah.
Like, gotta have drums. They gotta have, like.
Oh, definitely. I feel like the drums is what makes the beat. Like, if the beat come in hard with some hard drums, like that kind of just sells it right there. But the beat can have a hard melody, and then the drums come in, they weak, and then they kind of just
throws off the
whole vibe.
That's a fact. I be seeing that happen all the time. So.
Yeah, so as long as your drums is solid, they hidden, the 808 is fat, kick, you know what I'm saying, is hidden, and you got like some crazy little, really, like I like to put a lot of percussions in my beat. Like it's like little small stuff that you wouldn't even notice, but it feels in the drums, and it just gives it a whole feel. So I like using perks. I feel like that kind of, you know what I'm saying, the signature of mine when I'm making beats, just using certain perks, different little weird sounds, just to make the beat different.
So, like, how do you feel about when sampling music, or you don't really do that? I feel like it's a process to get sampled music cleared, isn't it?
It is. It definitely is. Like, it's a lot of songs that we did it with YoungBoy that, you know what I'm saying, they had samples, and it's a process to get them cleared. That's really it. Like, I try to stay away from them. Mm-hmm. Even certain boxes I try to stay away from because, you know, if you ain't really got a relationship, if the artist ain't really got a good relationship with the other artist or just the label, period, then, you know what I'm saying, it's probably not going, it's just going to be a song that just sits.
But is it fun, like, playing with samples?
It's fun. Yeah, it's fun playing with samples. Like, it's fun I feel like it's fun remaking somebody else's, you know what I'm saying, song to make another hit. Like, I mean, that's really how most of the hits now are made. Like, a lot of the artists that broke out, a lot of the newer artists that broke out, they started off with a sample, like Megan Thee Stallion, Juice WRLD, you know what I'm saying?
Or people do like mixes to a song.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's the hardest part about being a producer and working with like a whole bunch of artists and being that you independent too? So is it hard managing your time? Is it hard like staying focused, you know?
Really, I feel like it's only hard if you make it hard, because really as a producer, you don't really have that big of a job. You just need to just focus on the music. Like all the, you know what I'm saying, outside things, the distractions, I feel like if you good at staying focused, nothing else really matters.
Yeah. I see some producers be like on social media a lot. Do you feel like social media adds to the business, or it could be a distraction?
It could be a little bit of both. Like, that's the reason why I don't follow a lot of pages. I don't follow a lot of people, because it's certain things that when I do get on social media, even though I'm not getting on there to just look at what everybody else is doing, it's certain things that, you know what I'm saying, I do like to see from other people. But I feel like social media that's the biggest tool for producers. That's one is for exposure, and also it, you know what I'm saying, it kind of influences like their brand. Like a lot of producers, they don't just post like their work. They'll post like, you know what I'm saying, what they doing, where they at, you know what I'm saying.
Okay, stuff.
Yeah, like, I mean, they may post a fly.
And I feel like that's how songs get leaked too, right? Pretty much.
Songs get leaked through social media. Yeah, they do. I don't know how, but it happens.
Oh no, either.
Like, I didn't have like 20 YoungBoy songs that just got leaked. Like, I'll be on Instagram and on my Explore page, I'll see, you know what I'm saying, a YoungBoy fan page, you know what I'm saying, they're posting one of the songs, that unreleased song. Like, how did they get the song? But YoungBoy will go on live, he'll play a song, and
I don't know how they do all that.
You can screen record, and if you real good at you know what I'm saying, if you real tech savvy, you can make Instagram audio sound like an actual song audio. So I don't know how they do it, but they do it.
That's a process. So like, how much time would you say you spent in the studio, or you like working from home? Like, let's say like a whole day, half a day. It depends
in the studio,
on
I got my own setup, but you know, when I am in the studio, I usually be in there for about 6-7 hours just cooking up. But yeah, I really prefer to work from home, really, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm more in my comfort zone, and it's just something, you know what I'm saying, I'm accustomed to. I ain't got to get out and do much. The only time I'm really in the studio for real is when the artist just wants me there. That's really the only time.
Be hands-on. So you don't mind sending out beats and stuff to an artist, like here?
Nah, I mean, it's really the certain artists. Some artists, they prefer, like, when you send them beats, like, I get through email or to their phone, because they don't really do well recording around other people. Like, that's just something that they comfortable with. But lately, I ain't gonna lie, like as far as I've been making beats and still, but I've been kind of focused on like my own music, you know what I'm saying, like as an artist, because that's something that I plan on like bringing out later on.
So you're gonna keep your artist name as Louie Bandz?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it as Louie Bandz for sure.
I saw some other artists named Louie Bandz too, but he ain't really that lit. I'm just like, dang, it's another
Yeah,
one.
I'm the real Louie Bandz. I think a lot of people know that. I seen that. It was some dude named Louie Bandz followed me the other day,
Yeah,
and yeah, I gotta figure it out because he got my name. Like I didn't really want 314 my
it's
name. I was
spelled the same
just
way
Louie
and
Bandz.
everything, though.
Yeah,
It's spelled the same
yeah,
way and all
yeah.
that. So, like, so when are you planning on like dropping some music, like as an artist?
Really, probably once this whole
Corona stuff over.
yeah, really, because
Has it been slowing up music for you out there? This
say
whole
that again.
Corona stuff. Has it been slowing up music for you out there? This Corona stuff.
Nah, not really, not at all. I feel like
Studios.
it hasn't really because like it just makes people stay at home, and I'm at home still working, so it ain't really slowed anything down. Besides me, being in the studio with other artists, that's probably the only thing. But as far as my work ethic, like that ain't slowed down at all. I'm still recording, and I'm still, you know what I'm saying, getting placements. So I don't feel like the corona stopped anything.
I feel you. So, as what type of artist do you think you are? So, you think you're like a harmonizer? Like you're gonna be on some trap shit? Like what's
See,
how you
me,
about to
I feel like I'm different. Like I can talk about the streets, I can talk about pain, but like I guess that's the type of artist I am. Like I'm more of a melodic person. Like once you hear my music, like everything is really
a storyteller type person?
yeah.
Okay.
And then I like playing around with melodies, so it's a lot of changes, different phrasing in the music.
So you plan on do you have songs with some of the artists you worked with, or like it's in the process?
I ain't got it's in the process. I ain't got no songs with anybody right now. Everything that I'm doing is really just me. You know, that's how I kind of want to start off. Like I don't want to really drop a song with anyone else right now. Like once it's like big artist wise, like I got songs with, you know what I'm saying, my team, but artist wise, like I would rather an artist just hear my music before they feel like man, let me hop on this. But once they hear it, I already know they're gonna feel it because like everything that I say is facts. It's something that I experienced or something I'm going through, something that I went through. Like everything is real, solid. So
yeah. So like so you said you and your team. What's your team called?
this is the sound.
So no. So it's like rappers? It's like you the only artist, or is it other artists and producers?
Nah, it's a lot of it's about 3-4 other artists on the team, and probably 6 other producers.
Okay. So y'all in the process. Y'all working.
Yeah, we deep for sure. Everybody working.
So I guess tell the people what's next for you. What should they look forward to and all that.
Well, 30 Baby 2 dropping Friday, as y'all know. Plenty more music on the way. Coming from we got NXO. He's another artist on the team. He just he dropped a song recently that's doing numbers, by the way. It's called Talking My Shit, featuring me and BTO. BTO is a duo group that we have on the team. They both of them from St. Louis. They hard. I'm saying real street niggas. So they hard. They got a song out. It's doing numbers too called Yeah. And they getting ready to drop a tape next week. So, you know what I'm saying, be on the lookout for that. It's called Odds Against Us. So it's so much is coming. Like we just really making sure everything is just done the right way. You know what I'm saying? Everything gotta make sense. So
So everything is in the works.
Yep.
Okay, cool.